In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to decide whether to use Notion formulas, code blocks, or the Notion API for programming with Notion, and how to set up a simple automation workflow. The first thing you want to do is decide what kind of solution you actually need. Notion formulas are best when you want calculations or logic directly inside a database without using external tools. Code blocks, on the other hand, are mostly for displaying code inside a Notion page. So they're useful for documentation, examples, or sharing snippets, but they won't run your automation by themselves. If your goal is to connect Notion with an app, script, or external workflow, then the Notion API is the right choice. This decision matters because it helps you avoid building something more complicated than necessary. If you do want to connect Notion with code, the next step is to create a Notion integration. This integration acts like a bridge between your code and your Notion workspace. Inside Notion, you can set up an internal integration that will allow your script or application to communicate with your pages and databases in a secure, approved way. Once that integration is created, copy the internal integration token. This token is what your code will use to authenticate with the Notion API. It's sensitive information, so treat it like a password. Store it securely and never expose it publicly in shared files, videos, or screenshots. After that, make sure the target Notion database is shared with your integration. This is an important step that people often miss. Even if your token is correct, your requests won't work unless the specific database has been connected to the integration. Giving access ensures your code can actually read from or write to that database. Next, set up your code using JavaScript or another programming language you're comfortable with. At this stage, your goal is to send API requests to Notion. That usually means including the integration token, identifying the database or page you want to work with, and structuring your request in the format the API expects. Keep your code organized from the beginning so it's easier to expand later. Once your setup is ready, test a simple request. A good starting point is reading data from a database or creating a page in Notion. Testing early helps confirm that your token works, your database permissions are correct, and your code is communicating properly with the API. Finally, build your automation workflow. This is where everything comes together. You can create a system that updates records, reads information, or organizes Notion data automatically. Start simple, make sure each part works reliably, and then grow the workflow based on what you actually need.